Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory, as Roma still are asking and demanding for Noah OKAFOR in an exchange with Tammy Abraham from Milan, or direct money. They've said it, either you give me OKAFOR plus some cash or direct cash in this deal. That's the only way to try and unlock this potential move from Tammy to Milan. Also, Matias Soule pushes to sign for Roma. He wants Roma really bad. It's about finding an agreement with Juventus. Roma are expecting Leicester to present a higher offer in these coming days, so Roma need to be ready to present an even higher offer to kind of play also and exploit the fact that Soulè really wants us compared to the Foxes. And trying to unlocking this deal. Also, some updates on Chiesa. Time goes by. Chiesa still has no team. Chiesa is not going on preseason with Juventus. Chiesa is slowly understanding that Juventus don't want him, and that no big clubs that are playing in the Champions League or have presented offers for him. So slowly, with time going, again, time isn't infinite. We can't be giving him infinite amount of time to prepare his final decision. But he might be coming to a conclusion. He might be pending in accepting this Roma move. This is going to be a crucial week, as we repeated many times. It started with a bang, with an unexpected transfer deal. We were not expecting this. Matt Ryan, second goalkeeper, has landed in Rome this afternoon. His first words were Forza Roma. That's the right mentality that we need. Medical checkups tomorrow morning and contract tomorrow afternoon. So our second goalkeeper has also been unleashed. Now it's about the big deals. Now it's about the big players which are really going to reinforce the team, which are really going to bring this team to another level. Otherwise, we are going to continue floating in this ocean of mediocrity for yet another season. This is where we now step up the game. This is where we now step up the game in deals, in investments, and this is where these next 2-3 weeks, it's where we're gonna understand if it's gonna be a good season or not. They're gonna be crucial 2-3 weeks. We've got some preseason friendly games as well, so we're gonna talk about the preseason friendly game schedule in a bit. But yeah, look, hello to Tommy, hello to Nitsan, hello to Himadri, hello to Flav X. So Nitsan is asking directly, did Milan already say no to an OKAFOR swap deal? I am not aware of that. As far as I'm aware, Roma is continuing to push and try to convince Milan and not being played around as fools. Now, what usually happens in these deals where you negotiate with a team which has got more money than you, has got the Champions League, and is more powerful than you, what normally happens when you're Roma is that you kind of get fooled by this. You get fooled by this, and you kind of get distracted by the fact that they're more powerful than you, and you get scammed. And Roma have said it very clear that if Milan want Tammy Abraham, then they either pay 25 million cash, or the one player that Roma has asked for is Noah OKAFOR with some money. Now, the fact that Milan, as confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, want to have 3 strikers next season. So Morata, done deal today. Here we go in the next couple of days. They want Tammy Abraham or Niklas Füllkrug as second striker. And they also want Luka Jovic, top 3rd tier. So they want to build 3 strikers up front. It suggests to me that OKAFOR is going to get 0 minutes. So if Milan want to keep OKAFOR and OKAFOR wants to stay there without getting any game time, then okay, he can do that. But what's the purpose here? So I don't think Milan has said no to this. I may be wrong, I'm not a journalist. But it doesn't make sense that Milan hasn't said no to this, because Milan are planning to have 3 strikers next season. And clearly it means that they're going to sell somebody. They can't have 3 strikers plus OKAFOR, Leao, Pulisic. You know, where's the balance? Where's the financial balance gone? So, you do need to be careful with balances here. So I don't think Milan have officially said no. Roma are trying to be powerful here. I think OKAFOR, now I said it before, I think OKAFOR would fit in really well because OKAFOR isn't necessarily a striker, which would take Tammy Abraham's position in our system. OKAFOR in our system could also act as a winger because he's fast. He's one of those strikers which starts wide, cuts in, and then also ends up playing as a striker. So I think OKAFOR with De Rossi and in De Rossi's system with a 4-3-3 plays wide, can also play as a double striker up front. I think it would be a very smart move. I would do this deal. I would do this deal, even though, as I've said many times, I would also give Tammy another chance. However, if we sign OKAFOR, we need a proper striker. Because I think if you sell Tammy to get OKAFOR, you've reinforced the winger, kind of that left wing striker front, but you haven't really reinforced the number 9 because I don't see OKAFOR as a number 9. OKAFOR is more of a number 21, kind of similar to Dybala in a way that he does score the goals, but he's not a striker. He can play as a striker, but I don't think OKAFOR is a classic number 9. I think he's a 21. I think he's an 11 player, number 11 player, number 21. You see those players? I think that's what OKAFOR is. So I think buying OKAFOR means that we do need to get a number 9. Now, if we do get OKAFOR, who can also play as a striker, but can also play as a left winger, then obviously someone like En-Nesyri who's been linked with us, somebody like Soulè who's been linked with us, somebody like this. But of course, I think OKAFOR is only going to happen in a swap deal with Tammy Abraham. I don't see Roma keeping Tammy and then all of a sudden going and preparing a sold for no OKAFOR. No, I think OKAFOR is exponentially linked with Tammy Abraham. So if Tammy leaves, then we either are going to get OKAFOR plus 10 million or OKAFOR plus 8 million or 25 million straight because Roma are valuing Tammy around 25 million. So that's that. So yeah, now of course, OKAFOR, swap deal, Tammy Abraham. Well, one thing that I do want to say, I think Tammy really wants Milan. I think Tammy's had enough of us. Like, being dead ass here, I think Tammy has understood that in Rome, again, there are going to be fans which are going to divide here because there are going to be fans which go sell him and there are going to be fans which go keep him, trust me, give him one more chance. I'm mixed on these two ideas. I think if a big offer comes, you sell him. Otherwise, you keep him because I think another chance is right. But I also think Tammy has had enough of us. I think Tammy's understood that Roma and the Roma fan base, or a fan base in a destination and a location where you feel a lot of pressure, and if you don't perform under these circumstances, you get burned. And I think Tammy himself has understood that he's been burnt by us fans and that he doesn't really see margins of potential here anymore, which is kind of why, again, also adding to the fact that in Milan he's got Tomori, who's his best friend, Loftus-Cheek, so he'd reunite with the Chelsea boys and Pulisic as well. I think he would love a move to Milan. So I think Tammy is pleading for this deal to get unlocked. I really do think Tammy is... Tammy's understood that the majority of Roma fan base doesn't trust him anymore. And Tammy is a player who is very emotionally weak. So if you've got a majority of the fan base who doesn't trust your number 9, then he's not going to perform. Which is ultimately why I think we want to sell him. Because I also think De Rossi is understood. Being and having played his entire career at Roma and feeling the vibes, feeling the pressure, understanding the pressure and the media pressure and the media shit, let's call it. I think De Rossi is kind of the one to say, trust me, I like Tammy as a player, but we kind of need to move on because I don't see Tammy kind of rejuvenating himself in Rome. So that's that. Now, again, Matias Soule. Moving on to Matias Soule. Soule wants us. it's been confirmed by every single journalist out there. Matias Soule wants a Roma move. He is pleading Juventus and Roma to try and find an agreement. Dybala has already contacted him. Paredes obviously was busy with the Copa America yesterday, but Soule, also De Rossi's played a big part in contacting him, explaining to him how, this is a long-term project, how in 5 years' time he sees Soule at the center of this project. He can learn a lot from Paulo. He's a similar player to Paulo. So Soule wants us. Now, what happens here is that Juventus, as always, are asking around 35 million for Soule. Roma and Juventus are both expecting Leicester to present a higher bid compared to their initial one, which means that it puts a lot of pressure on us. Because if Leicester put a higher bid, let's say close to 25 million base, then close to 30 million also, then yes, Soule would prefer a move to us than to them. But I think it's good that Leicester are presenting a bigger offer, because it shows us that if we really want him, then we get this done. I think the Soule situation is simple, because if Roma want Soule really bad, Roma can end the Soule deal in 24 hours. So if Leicester present a higher bid, which could come close to an agreement with Juventus, it forces Roma to present even a higher bid to try and hijack the deal and get it done. Otherwise, it shows us that Soule was never a priority. I think Soule is a priority in this Roma project. I think De Rossi has specified the name. I think a lot of the way this new project is being structured, I think Soule is the perfect signing, perfect investment, long-term investment. I don't want to repeat myself, but he would much rather prefer move to us. We can definitely exploit this. We've got this advantage compared to Leicester. Leicester need to prepare the money. We can go to Juventus and go, right, the lad really wants us. So I'm kind of forcing you to lower that price tag to get this agreement done, because Soule really wants us and has been telling us for the past 2 weeks that he really wants to move to Roma. So I see positives on the Soule front. However, like everything out there, we gotta be quick, because otherwise other teams, especially coming from richer tournaments and competitions like the Premier League, are going to present higher bids, and they're gonna get the deal done before us. So we gotta be rapid here. We gotta be quick. We have to get this done quick, or otherwise other teams are gonna hijack the deal. But yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm 100% confident it's gonna happen, but I think we can really exploit this thing of Soule really wanting us. I do. So that's that. Now, a lot of people are saying, can it be Soule and Chiesa, or will it only be Soule or Chiesa? So, is there a chance of buying both Chiesa and Soule? Now, what I'll say is that if we buy both Soule and Chiesa, we would put a great exclamation mark on the league, on not only the project that we want to build, but on the team that we want to be in season 1 of this new project. Because, if Roma shows to other teams, oh, I've extended Dybala's contract, I bought Soule, and I also bought Chiesa, you're telling other teams that you are ready to put up a fight with them. So buying all of them, buying both of the players, is complicated financially, but you would be putting a big weight on the thoughts and the competition towards other teams. So again, I think it can happen. I don't think it's going to happen, because I also think we're using this Soule idea to even put more pressure on Chiesa. I think we're not going to wait till infinity for Chiesa. It's not me thinking this, it's the truth. Roma have said to Chiesa, they've set an ultimatum. So if in about 1 week time, maybe even less, Chiesa doesn't come up with a yes or no answer, then Roma are going to go directly on Soule. So it could also be said that Roma is using this blockade on Soule to try and, show Chiesa, look, I'm about to buy him. So if you want to join us, be quick because I'm about to press the button. It's smart moves. It's mind games. It's transfer mind games. It's definitely a good strategy. Both of them is going to be rare. I think if you have Chiesa, Dybala and Soulè and then second line Pellegrini and other players, you have massively improved the squad depth. There are two players which I would love to see at Roma with award money and with some money from our own pocket. I would love for Roma to get Richard Rios from Palmeiras, Colombian national, which I don't think is going to happen because I think the competition around them has massively skyrocketed. Other player is Gabriel Sara. I think if Roma can create a midfield of Gabriel Sara, Richard Rios, Pellegrini, Enzo Lefi, Bove, Paredes, Cristante, and an offensive section of Dybala, Soulè and Chiesa, I'm not saying it's league competitor material because it's not, but it's definitely top 3 positions. And it's also, it's also a risk because if you get all of these players, you're kind of forced, to go well next season. If you buy Chiesa and Soulè, you're forced to have a good season. Otherwise, the fans are going to be mad. So it's again, it's the double side of the transfer window. It really is. This is why the transfer window's the devil, because based on what you do in it, the fans make up a judgment and therefore the public opinion changes throughout the season. So, if Roma starts a new project and buys 10 under 21s, then the fans aren't expecting anything. So if you start losing games, the majority will go, of course, there will be that minority which will always hate, but the majority will understand that it's an evolution of the process. If Ghisolfi starts buying Soulè, extends Dybala's contract, gets Chiesa, gets, somebody else, gets a 20-goal striker, then, it's expectations are going to rise. That's normal. That's like everything in life. But yeah, it's kind of, I'm here to say, I think right now we're delayed, but things can change. Public opinion can change. Opinions can change. Right now, the 15th of July, yes, we are delayed in the transfer window. Lazio, Napoli, Atalanta, Juventus, Milan, Inter not so much, but Inter already have a better team than us. All of them are massively better than us. We've got time. I'm not saying we're going to get everything done in the next 7 days, but we've got 35 days till the season starts. Let's just bear this in mind. So we can't continue this delay. We're going to speed things up, which is why I expect something big to happen this week. We got Matt Ryan today. I'm expecting a big signing, a starting player signing this week. I am. If it's Soulè, I don't know. If it's Chiesa, I don't know. But I'm expecting something this week. But if we sign Soulè, then what about Baldanzi? Squad depth. Good evening. Do you do live parts in Italian as well? I don't, mate. I don't, because there's other channels which speak Italian. If you want to, yeah, that's it. This is exactly why I've done it in English, because everybody does it in Italian. And I've got the weapon of speaking in English. Mikadate deal with Monaco collapsed. Yes, it did. De Rossi amazing. Lefi plus Soulè plus Dybala plus Nasri goal. If we get Sorloth, Dybala, Soulè, Sar Santos, I think we can challenge and maybe even win the Scudetto. No, I don't think so. Scudetto is a long way to go, mate. You can't create a league winning team in 2 months. You can't. A league winning team needs to be built over the course of 3 years. Unless you're in Napoli in 2022, who have a massive luck, then a league winning team needs time and it's a continuous process of evolution. It's impossible to build a winning league team in 2 months of football, in 2 months of transfer market. It's impossible. We're not going to win the league next season. We're not going to win the league. Roma can only win the league if things are taken seriously. So if we step up the game, something that we haven't done in the past 6 years, Roma can start thinking about winning the league in 3 years from now. In 3 years from now is when we can start speaking about maybe this objective this summer, this season, is winning the league. The objective right now. And ultimately, how can you possibly be a league-winning team if for the past six seasons you failed to reach your objective of qualifying in the Champions League? You know, you can't build the head of a statue without building its legs first. Well, maybe you can, but you know, you can't build the statue without building the base before. Otherwise, it falls and it collapses. How on earth can we possibly be winning the league if we aren't even playing in the Champions League? There needs to be time, patience. The moment will come. The moment will come and we will live it all together. But it's a long way. Long la la. I don't know what the fuck that was. Signing Soulè will be better than Chiesa. He can be our own Wirtz or own Musiala. A right back is a big priority as well. Yes, it is. I think we need two good right backs. Zaleski is also back, plus Kumbula. Right, also, last thing before I end the stream. Preseason, we've got some games. We've got a first game on Friday. No, maybe even Thursday, the 17th. Wednesday, against Latina. It's behind closed doors. I don't even think it's broadcasted on live TV. Then we have a friendly game against Olympiacos. Oh no, we've got a friendly game the 23rd against a Slovakian team in Slovakia. Then we've got a friendly game the 3rd of August near Rome against Olympiacos. And then we're going to England for the second part of preseason, where we will be playing Coventry City and Everton at Goodison Park. And speaking about Everton, go follow Roma Theory TV on Instagram. Go look at one of the latest posts. And me and an Everton fan page have collabed to give away 2 tickets for that friendly game. So if you want to go, if you want to have a chance attending that Everton friendly game in Liverpool at Goodison Park, then make sure to follow Roma Theory TV on Instagram and follow the instructions on one of my latest posts. Saddest fact for us Roma fans, or De Rossi never won the Serie A with us? 2. Right, I'm going to catch you tomorrow. Don't forget to hit the like. If you're watching live or not, please do it. Hit that thumbs up like that. Do like that. Do it like that, but in a very virtual way down below. It supports the channel, this community a lot. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the link of this channel with your families and friends. Bring them in the Roma family. We've got 35 days to go, and then the duty is back. Yes, it is. Yes, sir. Subscribe, do all of that, and talk to you soon. Take care. Simo.